Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest reading, which is on what is the karma for the narcissist that has harmed you. So NPD is it can be an extremely destructive personality disorder to the people, particularly to the people around the person. That the person with with the NPD, either narcissistic personality disorder or very strong traits of this disorder, whether they have 5 of the 9 traits or not, they can be quite destructive. But so this reading aims to sort of see what's the karma for the person with NPD who has harmed you. So I think we know intuitively that the person with NPD is going to receive some form of karma, but this reading is going to see what exactly that karma is. So we've got pile number 1. So think of your particular person, and then pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. What pile are you the most drawn to? Also, I might add that sometimes we get the karma in these tarot card readings for somebody else. Like it may not be the person that you're thinking of, but you'll only recognize, oh, that's the karma for another narcissist. Because sometimes there can be, we've had unfortunately multiple narcissists in our life. So without any further ado, let us get started. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. What are you drawn to? And let's get started. All right, hello, pile number 1. What is the karma for the narcissist who has harmed you? Okay, already the 8 of Swords. So I'm already getting in reverse. I'm already getting that I'm getting the word very, very trapped. So I'm just gonna, instead of doing this reading, I'm gonna see what comes up, the karma for the narcissist, their character, what they've done to you, whatever comes up. Like, I'm just gonna do it in no particular order, but just as it comes up. So I'm hearing that they're very trapped by something in their life. Very, 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 very trapped. So service. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. They're trapped into serving somebody else, and this is not what they want. I'm hearing this is very offensive to them because they do not like to serve other people. And this may sound very strange to you because I'm hearing that you could be a very service oriented person, like an earth angel, star seed, who's very interested in serving other people, in making their life better, you know what I mean, like that kind of energy, like assisting people, right? You're interested in assisting other people. That's what I'm hearing. And this person, I'm hearing that it's very odd to you because, like, this is what you're interested in, helping people. But I'm hearing that this person may be forced into helping, like, other people, and they don't like it. I'm hearing they don't like it. I'm hearing for some, they may not be for all, but they may have kids and they expected they were going to help them in some way. So this could even be your parent, but it's sort of like they expected that someone was gonna, their marriage partner or their kids were going to give them narcissistic supply, but now they're roped into a situation, they're serving them. Or I'm hearing also a job. They thought that they were going to be served by a job, but they're trapped by it, and now it's just too much, is what I'm hearing. So let's see, what else do we have here? We've got the Hanged Man. So let's say the Hanged One. Well, it's called, in this deck, it's called the Hanged One, not the Hanged Man. The Hanged One. Interesting. But so yeah, it's sort of going, what's the word? It's sort of increasing the energy of sort of the trapped feeling that they have. Let's see what else do we have here. We've got, the Chariot, trapped. They can't move forward. The Fool, they feel trapped, and like they can't go on the adventures that they want. They thought something, and then with the movement to Knight of Swords, they wanted to move, and it makes them very angry, and it makes them feel, so their life is not like something that they thought something that they thought was going to pan out or be better than like either marriage, children, a job, a particular situation, even a trip, even a trip. They thought it was going to be serve them in some way, but somehow they got roped into like being a role that they did not want to be in. Interesting. So let's see if I can tune into what did they do to you. I'll see if I can do that without the tarot cards, see, because we've kind of got some energy of their karma, but let's see if we can get some channeling on top of that. So they did you wrong in a way that was very profound and sometimes underhanded, sometimes sneaky, sometimes attacking. They were extremely insensitive and you didn't see it coming. They attacked you in some way, and it's sort of like there were certain, I'm seeing this image of like sort of you're going along this cliff, or either they kind of, something very sneaky went on, like either it's sort of like they kind of led you off a cliff or something. Like they kind of sweet talked you in some way, I'm hearing, like to sort of go off a cliff into something like, oh, dude, this would be great. Or they kind of lured you into some sort of situation or lured you into serving them in some way. Interesting. Let's see. And let's see what's coming up. Make a commitment. They tried to sort of like lure you into a commitment. It could be a commitment of various sorts, and it was all, you realize it kind of made your heart, your stomach, your heart going down to your stomach, because you were just like you were sort of roped into a commitment you didn't want to be in, and you were like, oh, this will be great, like something like, oh, you can work for me, this will be great, I'll be a really great employee. And then they turned around and abused you, or so yeah, with the King of Cups, it's sort of like it was very emotionally manipulative. Oh, let's go into this partnership and it will be great, but oh, they turned it in, or they trapped you into something, into serving and using you. They sort of trapped into serving and using you, and falseness. Interesting. I got this card here, falseness. So they are very false. The King of Cups in his negative can be very, very false. So very, very false. I'm hearing they used you profoundly, and it was a very manipulative, intentional using. I'm hearing too. It was very, like in some way, like they used you in a very intentional, sort of, intentional way. But I'm hearing now, yeah, they're going to be, this is the Five of Swords, very profound card, especially in this reading, because it's like somebody defeating somebody else, somebody causing harm, profound harm to somebody else, and they did that to you. They caused profound harm to you and caused such a defeating, trapped attitude for you. Like they caused, through their manipulation, through their they caused this like horrible trapped feeling for you. But now they're good. The irony is that they're going to be trapped. They're going to be trapped in a situation and wrong, and they're going to figure out that what they did was very wrong. Interesting. They're going to, but because of it almost takes a situation to sort of shake them up, to realize retreat. And it's almost like they're going to retreat from other people and know that life is not a game. It's like they almost feel like life is a game and it's winners and losers, and they're going to realize that it's not a game. So they could, I'm hearing, I don't know if they're going to learn the lesson or not, but they they're definitely going to be, and it's sort of like they're going to be in such a, yeah, I keep on getting trapped, and with no escape, and with people they don't want to be around. But it's almost like a direct, I'm hearing it's sort of like a direct mirror of what they've done to other people. Cheerfulness. I don't know why but I'm here. Oh yeah, I'm hearing for that is they're going to. Okay, that's what I'm hearing for that is I'm hearing that with their trap situation, they're going to put on more of an. But I'm hearing that instead of healing, which they should do, it's sort of like this situation that they're going to find themselves in is going to cause them to become more pretentious, more false, and like put on airs like on like Facebook or wherever, Instagram, wherever, and just being like, oh, things are so great. And it's like, when somebody just, things are not good, so they just kind of act and they pretend that everything is fine, so they act more, they act out more. That's what I'm hearing, is that they're just going to sort of have this false, the more false they're going to become and more pretentious they're going to become. So don't be surprised if they kind of like up the pretense, up the, like, oh, everything is great, everything is terrific, and it's just so wonderful. But really they're feeling really firm. And what I see from this card, I keep on getting this sense of they feel very, 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 very trapped in the situation, and it's just it's intimidating, and it's almost to the point they're not able to, this kind of disorder isn't able to move out of it. So posture. So I'm hearing, just like I said before, posture, and they're going to do, it's like almost like their situation is so firm and intimidating to them that they're going to do a lot of posturing. So don't be like, it's like almost when somebody, like, when an animal's trapped, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, an animal's trapped and then it acts more and more, like, acts out, and their form of acting out is posturing. Everything's fine. So they're going to almost become, I'm hearing that instead of their behavior becoming better, it's actually going to be worse. And they're going to become more posturing. Oh, I'm all great. Everything's great. So just remember that the more that they're feeling very, 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 very cornered in their situation and trapped and intimidated by it, contracted by it, and the more they're going to act out. And I'm hearing they could become more almost emotionally violent, or actually, in less cases, physically violent. But it's more like they might just act out. That's what I'm hearing, because they're trapped, and they're so trapped by. Let's see what else we can get. Trapped by what? Messenger. They may be getting a message. I'm hearing they're getting a message from the universe that they can't, like, use people as servants, or use people or treat people the way they have been doing that. And it's sort of like when they don't like the message, so they're acting out. They're not open to spiritual correction whatsoever. And that's kind of a narcissist's sort of chagrin, or what's the word, downfall. They're just not, it's a personality disorder. They're just not open to, that kind of like, and it's sort of like, so yeah, it doesn't feel very good to them. But yeah, so I'm hearing, yeah, focus on your life. Know that this person is getting their karma, and learn to love yourself. Learn to release their energy from your field, and like, visualize your future. I'm hearing visualize your future, feel your future, create your future. Visualize your future, create your future, be your future. All right, so that's what we got for pile number 1. Interesting. Pile number 2. What is the karma for the narcissist that harmed you? So we've got the Lovers, the Tower. So I'm immediately getting some sort of breakdown, a breakup of something in their life. I'm getting that very, very strongly. Very, very strongly. The breakdown of something that they dearly love, or think that, I'm hearing this person isn't very capable of actual love, but something that they feel that they love is going to be breaking down. So that's very, very clear with the lovers. I'm kind of covering it with because the the picture that YouTube doesn't like that kind of pictures, the naked pictures. But we've got the Tower, and we've got Page of Swords. So I'm seeing that they're kind of they'll kind of be stuck. I'm hearing the sense of being sort of stuck, but looking back at it, and sort of like being, how did I create that? I ruined, they ruined something. I'm hearing that they're going to ruin 3 things that they actually love, or think they don't really love anybody actually, but because they don't know how to. But it's sort of going to ruin things that they love in their life, and feel very, and it could be family, it could be with like other toxic family members. I'm hearing as you know, that probably came from a toxic family, because that's how that happens with, you know, NPD, right? It's one of the permutations, right? There's like 20 other personality disorders, but it's one permutation of one way somebody can, you know, react to their trauma and what have you. But I'm hearing that they're going to feel very small, is what I'm hearing. They're going to be very, very small, and very emotional. I'm hearing very small and emotional, and it's sort of like they can't move forward with their fortune type thing. And then they feel very interesting. They feel kind of defeated. They feel very defeated. And so let's see. So yeah, they feel something like the Tower is very clear. The Tower combined with the lovers, and so their relationship will be over. I'm hearing, and they'll be like, they may crave knowing that it's over for you, or over for them and you, and knowing that they can't have that back, is what I'm hearing. That they're almost like, it's almost like the crashing down of what they had, or what I'm hearing, what they think they had, because I'm hearing it really wasn't very real or authentic, is what I'm hearing. It wasn't real or authentic, but I'm hearing that they're going to almost, like, they kind of forgot about you when they got like they created something else. But now that this has been destroyed, it's sort of like they're craving for love, but they really never had love with you or with anyone else, but they're craving for some form of that. But I'm hearing, what did they do to you? So I'm hearing Ace of Cups and the 5 of Cups. So they caused some very like negative emotional harm to you, to do with your emotions, like for you to, like, they cause some sort of extremely negative emotional reaction in you. It could have been by sort of leaving you in the dark, or leaving you in the cold, or I'm hearing even betraying you in some way. Betraying you, like you didn't know what they were doing behind your back, is what I'm hearing with the Ace of Swords and the 2 of Swords. Like they were doing all the stuff but behind your back. Like maybe I'm hearing for some gossiping about you. Gossiping, and it's sort of like you didn't know what they were actually doing behind your back, and it caused you a lot of worry. Like it caused you a lot of worry, because you didn't really know what they were doing, and it's sort of like when it came out in the open, you were very shocked, and it was very traumatic for you. I'm hearing they could have even Death Lord. They could have stolen something from your house, or stolen your well-being. I'm hearing, yeah, they could have, like, or stolen, or even stolen your house. I'm hearing stolen something from your house, stolen to your house, taken over something, and I'm hearing taken over something and shown no sensitivity towards you whatsoever. They showed pure selfishness. And it's almost like they may want a reunion with you, but you're not, but it's not really out of reasons that of concern for anyone other than themselves. It's like not reasons for any, like it's not like they want to have a reunion, but I'm hearing just not just with you, but with everybody. And it's sort of like they no one wants to be reunited with them. People want to retreat from this person, but it's sort of like when they want sort of, they almost feel like there's somebody who emotionally, like they expect you to listen to them for literally hours or something, or for that kind of thing. Like they just basically suck the life out of you. Like they suck the life out of you, and because of that, like they're almost like a emotional vacuum cleaner. They just suck the energy out of everybody. So this could be kind of a sneaky covert type, or could be, sometimes they might be a little bit overt, but people do not want that, like really anything to do with them wrong. Like they realize how, like I'm hearing they've wronged a lot of people. Like they've wronged a lot of people, and the people want to go away from them. We've got the word go here. People want to go away from them. They want to go away from them, and they want to make them strangers. Like, so they feel like people want to make them like a stranger, as what I'm hearing, this card right here. They want to make them a stranger. But it's sort of like, it's like almost like the more they want to sort of like get emotional, like it just feels like an emotional, they want you to, like, they basically the type that wants to have you listen to them for hours on end, and then when you have a problem, it's like, oh, it doesn't really matter. But it's sort of like when the more that they want to sort of derive, it's like they're almost needy. I see them as almost like so needy for narcissistic supply. And then, but the more that people are just over them, and they want to retreat from them, they want to make them strangers. So it's sort of like, I'm hearing that, that song, I'm not sure who it's by, but when things are so lonely, when you're a stranger, when na 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 na, lonely, when you're a stranger, when na 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 na. So that it's sort of like that. They feel like everyone's a stranger, and instead of like creating a new beginning, it's like they want to all that. Like, it's like, because when they have this, what do you call it? This tower moment with this person, they don't have what they want in their life anymore, or it's broken down. It's sort of like, instead of looking for a new beginning, it's like they're like, oh, these are like 8-10 people that I've known. I'm gonna go and hoover them, I'm going to go and see what I can derive from them. Instead of creating something new, they're kind of like, go back and, I'm going to try and take whatever I want from other people. And apology. And I'm hearing that there's like 3 people that expect an apology from that person and this person, and they're not going to, they're almost too fearful they can't even apologize to people, and they can't do that, or they're fearful, they just don't understand other people's emotions. It says so it's sort of like, I got the cards, admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. And I'm hearing that this person, they could probably, if they were actually to level up and sort of like humble themselves, if you will, they could probably have these people back in their life if they were to actually sincerely up level, but they're just not capable of doing that. So people just don't want to have anything to do with them, because they've just been harmed by this person, and they don't want to, and they're just not genuinely changing. Positive thoughts create positive results. Positive thoughts create positive. They're just not going in that. They're not going in that direction. They just. What I'm hearing is, instead of creating their own, like, their own emotional wealth, or just, you know, volunteering, or they're just sort of like this person feels like they're very much, I keep on getting, they like people to, like, they like the narcissistic supply of people just gazing at them, or sort of like, they like to, I'm getting like a conversation monopoly. Like, they'll just go on and on and on to, like, you know, they just go on about themselves for hours, and it's just, and drain people. And it's like they want to find people who will, like I feel like a very needy covert. They want narcissists. They want to find, like, somebody who's going to listen to them for hours and tell them how great they are. And so it's sort of like they're in this state of, like, okay, I got to find people, like almost like an addict. They're like, I've got to find people that are going to tell me how great I am. I've got to find people who are going to just gaze at me for hours. And it feels like a very gross energy. Like, they want people to, like, gaze at them and listen to them for hours, and listen to their complex thoughts, and their complex thoughts, and their basic, all about them. I'm hearing all of, which is kind of, obviously, it's just, narcissistic trait. But instead of doing that, instead of like, creating, what I'm hearing is that they should be creating a better life for themselves, right? They should be creating, or they should be going to a kind of a head doctor, and I don't mean that in an insulting way, right? But instead of creating their own wealth and soldiering on with, like, sort of dealing with their true mental health issues, it's like, I have to get narcissistic supply. I want people to listen to my ideas. I want people to, like, instead of healing that, they just want people that, like, they have this insatiable, sort of unhealthy, like, it's not unhealthy to have needs, like, we all have needs, but it's like they have these insatiable, sort of self-centered needs of people to listen for hours to them, and just to basically, to listen to them go on for just, they just feel like they just suck the life dry of anything. Like, they feel like around them, people feel like death. They feel like they've been, after they've been around, they feel like they've been sucked dry emotionally, and like they're a soldier, and then this person, and then, like, I just keep on getting that, listening to them for hours. They expect people to do that, but when they have a problem, like when you have a problem, they probably just were like, oh, well, I won't give you 1 minute of my time, but you can listen to me for several hours and me to go on. But if you have a problem, oh, well, one minute of my time is not going to happen. And so this person feels, like they're just going to fall on their own habits, and basically they're just going to continue on with that. So I'm hearing that this person doesn't honor and trust their feelings. They just keep on going for a narcissistic supply. And I'm hearing for you, ask Archangel Michael to help you deal with this situation. So Archangel, this could be a prayer for you. Archangel Michael, thank you for assisting me with, and it could be the situation with this person, and what maybe they're trying to invade your life again. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, or something like that. Please help me be filled with faith and peace at all times. So yeah, it's sort of like maybe asking for healing in this situation. If they try and come back hoovering for narcissistic supply, it's sort of like creating energy, because I'm hearing they really haven't up-leveled. They probably most likely haven't, and it's like, because, it's like they've had this trauma in their life, but instead of dealing with it, they're just grabbing at people, I'm hearing. Instead of dealing with their emotional stuff, they're just like, oh, well, I'll just grab at other people. So that's pile number 2. Okay, that feels complete. Yeah, I'm hearing a healing of the situation possible, but you probably want to recognize their intentions, or to kind of hoover you and to get more emotional supply from you, and like that's probably not a healthy thing. Okay, so that was pile number 2. Now let's go to pile number 3. Pile number 3. What is the karma for this narcissist? The 3 of Wands. I'm hearing that their goals and aspirations are not coming to fruition. We have interesting 2 threes. We've got threes. So threes is kind of, I think of that as sort of like, it's kind of a business card of moving forward with their business, right? So that's in reverse. And then 3 of Pentacles is sort of like financial. So they're not, I'm hearing that they're not moving forward in sort of the business or financial front. And I'm hearing they're not moving forward in the business, financial front, and also the self-importance front. Like, I'm hearing this could be somebody, a narcissist who's with, like, business accomplishment is very important to this person, and they're not moving forward with that. So that's what comes out very beginning. Let's see what else. 7 of Pentacles. Yes, I said they're not moving forward in the business, financial, and self-importance front. That's what I'm getting. And then 7 of Pentacles. I said they're not moving forward. 7 of Pentacles is like a waiting card, right? They're waiting for it, and it's just not happening. Like, I see them right here. When is this going to come to fruition? When are people... I'm hearing, yeah, very self-importance through business and accomplishment. That kind of narcissist, and it's not moving forward. So that's the biggest message that comes up. Let's see what else. What is their karma? Yeah, it's not what they wanted to birth into the world, or what they thought they wanted to birth into the world isn't working. And they're kind of, it's not working out for them. And 9 of Pentacles, like, it's almost like they saw themselves as this, I wanted to be this, like, self-made millionaire by age 30, or have everyone recognize the absolute breadth of their accomplishments, or be a CEO of a company, or have some sort of magnificent big accomplishment and everything like that, and it's just not happening. And they're feeling very like emotionally blocked, because they just see accomplishment as being the way to be recognized in the world, and that's the most important thing, being the boss. We've got the Empress here and the Emperor, so it's sort of like being the boss is the most important thing, being in control, and being sort of seen as sort of this accomplished person. But instead they're having all this conflict, and yeah, they're having all this conflict, and it's like they don't. So, as with most narcissists, right, there's like, or if all are narcissists, I'm hearing with the 6 of Cups, there's a lot of emotional trauma. So this person has had a lot of, not that you should feel bad for them, because, like, you know, lots of people have had, you know, emotional trauma. They don't become narcissists, they don't become evil, they don't become bad, and so forth. But this person, they basically, yeah, it's sort of like they, instead of dealing with their trauma, it's sort of like they're like, oh, well, I'm going to create this big accomplishment. I'm going to make being a CEO, or the absolute emperor or empress of my domain the most important thing. So it's sort of like they submerged that childhood trauma and made being self-important the most important thing. Whereas if they dealt with their trauma, well, they wouldn't be a narcissist, and they would, you know, like, they're just not, well, it's like, you know, it's, so I'm getting at this person is very, like, you know, there's a continuum, right, with narcissism. This is a very strong narcissist that I'm hearing, very unconscious, very strong, very much about, like, they're on the take, but they wouldn't, I'm hearing it's almost a very deluded narcissist. Like, they'd say, they're the type that would be like, oh, I do everything for everybody else. I do everything for my children. I'm, you know, like I do everything and just no one appreciates me. But it's like, do you really? Not really. So very deluded. Could even be a spiritual narcissist in some case. Is all very much about so it could be a father here. Father came out here. Hope. And I'm hearing that you maybe had some hope that this person would sort of turn around or something like that. You had this hope, but you're realizing that your hope is dashed. You're kind of realizing how deep and dark this person actually is. And it's kind of made you stop to almost question everything, even stop and question life. Like, we got the word stop there. So it's sort of like you've stopped and you've kind of stopped and questioned everything about. It's like, how can these kind of people exist? And I'm hearing this person could be. I'm hearing that two things. Like you've tried to become an expert on this disorder. Like with expert. See, it says expert here. You've tried to really become an expert on understanding this, and it's almost like this deep dark rabbit hole. And I'm not saying that you could be watching experts like Dr. Romani and so forth, right? You could be like Dr. Romani or different experts and gone down the rabbit hole. And I'm hearing that that's a good thing, and so far as it creates healing and understanding, because sometimes understanding, it creates healing, right? It can create healing at least, right? And it's like, but I'm hearing, don't become hopeless and don't go down the rabbit hole. Only go down the rabbit hole as far as you need to go to move forward. What I'm hearing of the word pain here, and pulled out the word pain, is don't allow it to cause you pain. Don't allow it to look at what things are. Look at the truth of, shall we say, the crappy way people can be, but then it only is a way as to move beyond it. Only is a way to to move beyond this reality and hide. And I'm hearing, don't allow it to make you hide from all of humanity. I'm hearing, not realizing that not all people are like that. We've got their hide. So yeah, don't make it hiding from humanity. And I'm hearing this person could also be a merchant, or they wanted to be a merchant. Like I'm just getting this image of they just really, whether they're a merchant or whatever field it is, they really had this powerful boss babe or boss guy fantasy is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing sort of like they wanted to be in charge of a large company, or rise to the top of a network marketing company and have everybody look at them, or were seen as the best in their field. And it's sort of like, that's the energy I get. Like they just wanted to be this all powerful, and they thought that it's sort of like this gift. Like they think that there's this gift to the world, and everyone would recognize them as this gift to the world. So yeah, I'm getting some definite heavy energy here, but now they feel melancholy because they feel the world does not recognize them, and they wanted to be recognized by the world and just have, adoration just be piling up like waves at their feet. But now misfortune, interesting, I've got misfortune. This is not happening. And in fact, not only is it not happening for a lot of people who pick this pile, but it's sort of like, it's even worse than that, because their direction was so, I'm hearing the word pig-headed. It was so pig-headed. Their need for narcissistic supply, their need for narcissistic supply, that they're just sort of they're getting a letter that I'm hearing they could even, okay, what I'm getting for the letter, I'm getting three things. It could be a message from the universe, there's one thing, but number two, they could be getting a letter that they're being disbarred from something that really gave them narcissistic supply, or they're getting this message that they're not good at something that really gave them narcissistic, and it could be a literal letter, like you're something along the lines of you're barred from this country club, or you're barred from this lawyer association, or you're no longer part of this organization that they had this, fantasies of being the top of. Or it's a letter from the universe, and it's an old woman, and it's sort of like they realize that there was just all for naught. Or they could be realizing it was just their narcissistic designs were just all for naught. A widower. I'm hearing something too, like just sort of a sense of death based on or emotional death based on their wayward schemes. Like, it's sort of like based on their wayward schemes. And I'm hearing they're almost feeling infant-like they want to be a child again. Almost, not really like they think this consciously, but it's sort of like this, or they're not dealing with their childhood trauma, or their children do not want to speak to them. Yeah, so they're not facing their childhood trauma, or they're feeling like a child again, or their children do not want to speak to them. And I got father before there, but it could also be a mother, parent figure coming out here. And it's sort of like, let's see what else. Money. And there could also be, but I keep on getting, I heard the word money and power. There could be a loss of money. That could be part of it, but it's almost like a loss of potency. A loss of potency. When I see that money, whether it's a loss of actual literal money, it's like sort of a loss of potency and power related to the money. Like, it's the most important thing is, if they've lost money, it's not really the money in itself, but the power and potency. They feel very impotent, like they're never going to get the adoration and the sort of glorification they want. And they almost feel, I see with the thief, they almost feel thieved by the world, because they're not getting the adoration that they wanted. Like, they feel, and that's just basically like they're not getting the glorification, and they're not getting the like, what's the word? The glorification, the greatness. People aren't recognizing their greatness, therefore they feel thieved by the world too. And I'm hearing another thing is people may have had or maybe you haven't had conversations with them about their behavior, but I'm hearing anytime somebody tries to point out their negative, toxic, narcissistic behavior, they make them into the enemy. So it's like anyone who doesn't go along with their designs, anyone who doesn't go along with their they're sort of, I heard the word, they would dominate the world if they could to get, so it's like the person does not change. And it's sort of like, I'm hearing maybe you've changed. If you were this person's, or I'm hearing this person, they may have kids that have changed, or the people around them have changed, where they've seen this person's true colors and they feel very thieved or betrayed, or that people have, like, because they've changed that people have changed in a way that they no longer recognize this person as being godlike, like they want to be. Like they recognize that, and it's sort of like people even hesitate to be around this person because their behavior is just so it could be an overt narcissist, but that kind of overt energy of just believing that they deserve to have people hesitate around them, but it's like when people hesitate around them and people resist them, they think of this as a betrayal. Like when people don't recognize their greatness, they think of this as like a betrayal, an absolute betrayal. Like they almost think of their successes as, I got the word erotic, like they're almost eroticized by like this narcissistic supply, this glorification, this magnificent, and because they don't have that, they now feel impotent. So yeah, interesting. I'm getting that imagery. So it's sort of like I'm hearing, to deal with this person, I'll give you one more message and I think I'm done, but one more message from Archangel Michael, perhaps how to deal with this person. Let's see, we've got new beginnings and a fresh start. Interesting. And I got change here. So new beginnings and a fresh start, and you're on the right path. Interesting. I really like those cards. So that's kind of an inspiring message for you. Not for them, but for you. So you're on the right path. So I'm hearing to further move yourself on the right path. Feel your feelings. Don't hide your feelings. And even towards this person, don't hide your feelings towards this person. And new beginnings, and keep on going on the path. Feel your feelings, explore them, release them. I mean, they can be quite dark, but release them, and then you will find a new beginning and a fresh start. So kind of take that energy in. So we've got, you're on the right path, new beginning, and fresh start. Because this feels like a very toxic energy that you really need to cleanse yourself and heal yourself from and move beyond. And it's sort of like you're on the right path. And this, I'm hearing, interesting. You're on the, interesting, I shuffled that. I got that card again. Interesting, I shuffled, and I pulled out two. You're on the right path. So interesting, I hear you're on the right path. And this situation is already resolved. So I'm hearing, do not worry, this person will get their karma for their negative behavior. And you just need to release the energy of it, and they will. So it's already resolved. This person may be a very evil, narcissistic, negative person, but rest assured that the universe has not turned a blind eye, and they will get their karma. And you need to be on your right path to receive the good in your life, which you're already on. Just release your feelings, explore your feelings, release those sort of darker energy field, and you will be able to create a better life for yourself. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.